so freaking bad. Wrestle me.
Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Juice Pro Wrestling. Hey, it's the last fucking episode of October. Halloween is this week. I hope you already have some fucking fun and party. It's a Monday, but guess what? Call off the next day. I don't care. You won't care. It's going to be a good time. I hope everybody has a great Halloween. And, it's been an awesome month with the show. And our guest this week is fucking just rounding out the awesome fucking month we've had. So without further ado, let's get on with getting on. Welcome to Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast, episode 209, Demi-God of Death. With us this week, we have the Father of Filth himself, the original fucking nightmare, the Demi-God of Death Funnybone. Brother, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fucking good, buddy. How are you?
I'm rocking and rolling. I'm fucking sitting here enjoying some Yingling Oktoberfest. You drink any beers at all or what, man?
No, pretty straight edge.
You're straight edge. All right, cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool with that. Let's ride out the gate. What do you think of CM Punk?
Fuck him.
Yes.
No, here's the thing, man. It's a business. If you don't like someone, cool story, shut the fuck up. Deal with that person in person. Like, if you're going to use the company's platform to express who you don't like, it's unprofessional to me. I don't know. Like, to me, I address people I don't like to their fucking face. I don't address people I don't like to a camera or to a microphone. I'm a goddamn man. I don't know. For him to air out his personal grievances and a professional platform is unprofessional. There's a lot of motherfuckers I don't like, and you'll never fucking hear about it because you're only going to hear about me professionally. You know what I mean? It's unprofessional. He deserved an ass whooping.
Dude, and the reason I ask, you bring up the straight edge thing, which is cool, man. Everybody, do their own thing. As long as we all get along, that's fucking great, man. I'm very open arms for everybody. Me and the other guy who's on the show, shout to Bruiser Bodhi. We've been playing grindcore death metal on the roads for like the last 20 years now. And through our journeys, I've ran into a couple of these cats that are really, and it always seems to be, and I'm not pigeonholing, so I hope you don't fucking take offense, but a lot of the straight edge dudes I came across were just fucking assholes, man. And I'm like, why's it got to be like that? I'm not coming at you all belligerently drunk and like, and this and that. I can have a beer and have a fucking conversation, much like we're going to do tonight. But I noticed like a lot of their attitudes was just fucking piss poor. So when that shit happened with Punk, man, that's why I was like, man, it must be a fucking straight edge thing. I don't know, dude.
I know a lot of men are assholes. I've met a lot of assholes that drink too. So I think
exactly.
It's just
great point. Right. Well, dude, let's talk about fucking FSW Mecca VIII, man. Hell of a fucking pay-per-view. Everybody can check out the replay on Fight. Shout out to our homies at Fight. We fucking love you. Hell of a match, dude. Your one of your original tag team partners, if not the original, it could be mistaken, Tyler Bateman, Violence Unlimited. Guys getting fucking back together and tearing the house down. The Team Filthy, Danny Limelight. Surprised that he was associating himself with fucking Filthy Tom Lawler. He's another cool cat, man. I've seen him wrestle a lot around here, around Chicagoland. What was your takeaway on that match, man? Good and bad.
Team Filthy's Team Filthy. They do their little work with New Japan and shit like that. I know a lot of the cats that run with Team Filthy. That's just who they fucking are. Tom Lawler's legit as fuck. There's not a more legit guy in the locker room. Danny Limelight's a little shithead, and he talks a lot. That's why I try to shut him up as quickly as possible. But as far as professional athletes, they're fucking amazing. As far as people, I don't mind Lawler as much as Limelight. He's got a big fucking mouth.
Right. And Lawler's pretty entertaining, man.
Lawler's very entertaining.
He's of those
fucking insane.
Yeah, he is, dude. And one of those guys that come over from the MMA world that really just, man, gelled, made that transition into professional wrestling, probably better than 99% of them that come through. Definitely better than Ronda fucking Rousey.
Yeah, and he's one of the better MMA fighters as well. Like he's a very well-rounded fighter, and he merged to wrestling quite easy and seamlessly. And thankfully for him, he doesn't have any of the brain issues so a couple of the others did.
Yeah, no shit.
I've met a few, and they weren't home.
Right. Kind of like a lot of those. I mean, you get a lot of boxers and shit, and even football guys nowadays. That CTE and all that shit. It's a fucking real thing, man.
It's real. I'm glad I got a heavy head.
What's some of the worst? I mean, you've been wrestling for what, 17 years now, something like that?
Only one.
Only one injury.
No, I've had fucking everything's injured. I just don't talk about it. No, I've been wrestling 21 years.
Oh, 21.
17. I'm currently injured. I'm literally, if you look at my collarbone, it's broken. It's been broken since 2009. I can fucking wiggle it. Like, I don't have a lot of the ligaments in my knees. Stuff's broken. Can't make a fist. Can't move my wrist. Face is cracked. Don't have discs in my back.
Damn.
You know, the fun stuff.
Yeah. The old school mentality of just working through it, or
I'm not dumb enough to stop, or not smart enough to stop, because I am dumb. Or the two.
Aren't we all, bro?
No, listen, if I could walk, I could wrestle. And I can kind of walk, so I can wrestle.
Dude, you look good in that fucking match, man. I gotta say, there was and I've seen a lot of your stuff. And one thing I want to kind of go down here, a couple of guys that you faced, just what your experience was like in the ring with these guys, real quick. Killer Cross.
I've only got him once. The match wasn't scheduled to be a steel cage match until the start of the show. And it was a fucking steel cage match in the main event. We need to go more, especially since I put on some size. He was a good 80 pounds heavier than me, I think, in that match. I would like round 2, but he's busy doing stuff with some entertainment company.
This is true, man. And speaking of putting on size real quick, because I want to throw this in there, dude, because I know you're a personal trainer, right? For your shoot job. And, dude, you're fucking jacked. You kind of give me and by the way, happy belated birthday, dude. We're around the same age. You're October 2nd. I'm October 4th of 82. So
nice.
Fuck yeah, brother. But dude, your body type and shit, you kind of remind me of like Doyle from the Misfits, man.
Yeah, man. Doyle's fucking cool as shit. And that guy's way older than both of us and looking jacked as fucked all the time. Hopefully I'll see him on fucking New Year's. They're supposed to be out here.
With Cooper.
Superbeast and Mecha Wolf are buddies of his, so hopefully we'll be fucking on the stage doing stupid shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Huge fan of both those guys. Hoping to get Superbeast on sometime. We've had Mecha Wolf on. The dude's fucking awesome, man.
Superbeast doesn't do a lot of talking. It does a lot of throwing.
Yeah, this is true. Maybe we could work something out and you could just come and fucking toss people for 5 minutes and we'll call that a fucking episode, you know?
Yeah, he does that very often. In and out of the ring.
How long have you known Mecha Wolf?
Fuck, I don't know. I met him at Virgil Flynn Productions probably 5 or 6 years ago, and then we started becoming more friends recently. Cool ass motherfucker, hell of a dude in the fucking ring. That's a guy's a beast, even if he is 5'2". He's fucking, obviously him and Bestie are some of the best tag teams on the planet right now. Like they're fucking running roughshod on America and Mexico. Motherfuckers that's monster shit.
Yeah, for real, dude. And that man, I remember finding out about him and getting him on the episode and then like kind of like bonding over fucking Danzig and the Misfits, you know, which is kind of something else here that I want to talk about with you is like the music side of stuff. What is Funnybone into?
Man, I listen to all kinds of fucking bullshit. Like I listen to metal all the time. I listen to old school punk all the time. I listen to rap all the time. It just depends on my fucking mood. If I feel like fucking breaking something, I'm gonna put on some Slipknot. If I feel like relaxing, I'm gonna listen to like Prof or fucking R.A. Rugged Man, Tech Nine, some bullshit like that. If I feel like just fucking chilling, it's old school Misfits all the fucking time. Or I'll put on some other bullshit like fucking Johnny Cash or UB40, whatever. Like, I listen to a lot of fucking music.
What you ever like what's some of the biggest, like, I guess biggest is the wrong word, but like some of the most memorable shows that you've been to?
I mostly work shows, you know, like I grew up
Security
in
and shit.
Yeah, I was security, so I was always like, I saw some big shows, but I was the motherfucker in the pit making sure nobody fucked around. You know, I've seen everything from Wu-Tang Clan to Korn. I've seen fucking Goro Bordello fucking kill it.
I just saw him at Riot Fest, dude. That was fucking nuts.
They're
right before Misfits too, dude. Like,
did he ride his fucking what's the name of that big ass fucking bass? Fuck. My brain doesn't work all the way.
Dude, brother, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Fucking the big ass fucking bass guitar, violin fucking thing. I don't know the fucking name of it. Cello or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't remember him riding it. I mean, I was a little
in Vegas for Brooklyn Bowl. He literally like crowd surfed while playing that. I'm not even fucking with you.
Dude.
It's fucking insane. Those motherfuckers are not only nuts, they're some of the most politest dudes I've ever met in my life. When I was working Brooklyn Bowl, I was one of the heads of security. One of them came up to me at like 3, 4 in the morning. Concert's been over for like 3 hours. He's like, when do you get to go home? I was like, when you guys go home. They literally just grabbed their stuff. They didn't wait for their roadies or anything like that. They literally just grabbed their stuff like in their arms and just started taking it to the fucking van so they could leave so I can go home.
Oh shit, dude. Hell of musicians. You know what? And my old lady's a big fan, and I didn't really know anything about them until they're on stage. I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know, it's like, because it's, I guess the genre is referred to as like gypsy punk or something like that.
Yeah, some bullshit like that.
But they had a dude up there looking like fucking Ian Anderson, you know, but with from Jethro Tull, but he had a fucking violin and it was ripping it up. And I'm just like, dude, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're a crazy ass fucking band. They're not everybody's cup of tea, but they're a great ass fucking cup of tea.
Yeah, dude, and they're my cup of tea because that's what I think music should be, especially rock guitar oriented music in this day and age. It should be progressive, right? You know, like we don't want to hear the same old shit, and they're very different, man.
Yeah, they play a lot of different instruments, a lot of old school shit, a lot of like just crazy stuff, different versions of it.
Yeah, dude, and then you know. Misfits right after that playing Walk Among Us in its entirety. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Third time I got to see OG Misfits since they came back. So
that's fucking cool.
And who else was there? Bad Religion fucking tore it up. 7 Seconds. Huge fan of Fear, dude. And Lee Ving, for a guy who's like in his 70s still on stage, telling people to suck his dick. I was fucking up. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see fucking what was it? It was Elvis Costello and the Roots.
Nice.
They actually opened up Brooklyn Bowl. They smoked more weed than anybody on the planet.
Yeah, man, you might have offended Snoop Dogg and another alumni of the show, Tommy Chong.
Hey, no, if they saw the fucking green room, because I couldn't see the green room. I opened up the door, I couldn't see a fucking thing. I didn't know there's anybody in there. Thought the place was on fire. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. The place smelled like fucking weed for like a month.
Damn, dude, you're talking about, you know, when because you got that Vegas show, that Misfit show. So it's Alice Cooper, and have you seen the latest poster they came out with that, where it's like half Crimson Ghost, half Alice? It just looks so fucking badass, dude. And I think isn't Tiger Army on that show too?
I'd love it if they did.
I don't know if they're on that one or the new
Misfits, and I was like, sold.
Yeah, dude. It's worth seeing. You know, that's the whole reason Glenn started doing it again. He's like, hey man, we're getting old, and bygones be bygones. We're gonna fucking make money and treat us, you know, as fans. Yeah. You know, we get to see this shit live. Fucking Dave Lombardo from Slayer drumming, dude. Woo!
That's awesome.
But yeah, I thought it was fucking Tiger Army. Maybe it was Circle Jerks they were playing with them, which I seen them in Chicago. I think like in March or something, and they were, dude. Keith Morris is just still like, as an older cat and such an influential figure in the punk scene, man. Like, you know, from Black Flag to Circle Jerks to Off, which they just dropped a new record and it's fucking amazing. It's called Free LSD. So if you haven't checked that shit out, brother, you gotta check it out, dude.
All right.
They got like probably the fucking most killer rhythm section right now, and just rock and roll in general, man. It's fucking nuts. So getting back to this list that I got of people, Sinn Bodhi. Should we skip it?
He's Canadian. No, I've fought Sinn in 3 different countries and probably 15 states. The last time I saw him, I literally threw darts at him. He pushed thumbtacks into my face. We're friendly.
Okay. What about Sam Adonis?
I've met him, but I haven't beat him up yet.
I'm looking forward to that one. That would be cool.
That's how I rate wrestlers that I know of who's taken a beat and lived.
Right, dude. That's I like that. I like it a lot. Kidd Bandit.
I like Kidd. I try to kill Kidd. I literally threw him from the middle rope to the crowd, and the crowd caught him, unfortunately. I was hoping they would move. But catching him didn't really help because I'm an asshole, and I just double stomped him while the crowd was carrying him. I'm fucking awful, and I don't give a shit.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, he's fucking killing it, man. I'm really glad to see, like, just kind of, I don't know if he push might be the wrong word, but just he's everywhere right now, it seems, and fucking super stoked for him.
They are. No, it's not he though. It's they.
I'm sorry.
They're everywhere. As I like to call them, motherfucker, because motherfucker is gender neutral.
There you go. Another former guest, actually, just recently, about a little less than a month ago, Techno Destructo.
I've actually wrestled Techno Destructo, and I thought I killed him, and I was kind of sad but kind of happy. It's really weird to kill one of your childhood heroes, but at the same time, fuck them.
His life's a blur. Fuck him.
I actually double stomped Techno Destructo. I'm surprised he didn't die from that because he's really old. Small. I tried.
Yeah. What was that like, though?
An ICP show in Vegas for some fucking reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it was like JCW or some shit. Are you big into ICP?
I like music. If it's good, it's good. I don't fall into the fandom, which is probably the best. I mean, not that all their fans, like I said earlier about drunk people and straight edge, there's assholes everywhere. Yeah. I've met them a few times. They're really cool fucking guys to me, so I don't give a shit about any of their other bullshit. If you're nice to me, you're nice to me. I don't give a fuck.
Right on. Yeah, they seem like I was never a huge fan of their like music, but dude, they seem like really cool fucking dudes, and I love like the JCW shows. Their commentary is just fucking off the wall, dude.
I don't think I've actually watched one of their shows. So I'm on a few. I just don't. I don't watch me wrestle very often.
Right on. There's what was that like though? Because you mentioned Techno Destructo. Were you a huge Guar fan as a kid? Like, what the fuck mentally is that like? Like when you first find out he's coming in and you're fucking wrestling him.
I mean, I met him probably 2011, 2012. So I've known him for a while as it was. Yeah. And when they told me you're gonna wrestle him, I'm like, well, he's gonna fucking die. I don't know why you would book that. He's a very old robot man, and I'm gonna kill him.
I love it. That's a good analogy, man. Good analogy. Dude, and you were trained by Nick Bockwinkel?
Yes, Nick Bockwinkel and Scott Casey.
Holy shit, brother. What the fuck was that like? Because, dude, man, I'm a huge, like, old school wrestling fan, and Nick Bockwinkel is fucking up there. Everybody talks about Flair and shit, and I love Ric Flair, but, dude, Nick Bockwinkel is the fucking shit. What was that like? What was the man like?
First of all, Nick Bockwinkel is better than Ric Flair, and if you want to argue that, feel free, but you're wrong. The reason Nick Bockwinkel wasn't as known as Ric Flair is because he was loyal to the people he was loyal to. Realistically speaking, if you watch tape on either one of them, one is significantly better than the other. Nick is he's one of the most humble people I've ever met in my entire fucking life. like insanely humble, you know. And I've seen him do some moments and stuff that I was blown away by his humility. And I asked him, well, like, how do you stay so humble? And he's like, what's the difference between me and you? And I'm like, well, you're Nick fucking Bockwinkel. He's like, how do you know you're not the next Nick fucking Bockwinkel? Nice. He's like, everybody you run into on a daily basis could be the next big thing in whatever platform they're running in. Why treat them any different? You know, you could be meeting the next biggest thing in the fucking world, and you'd have no fucking clue. You want to treat somebody like shit just because you don't know who they are, when they literally could be something huge or be somebody huge soon. So I just treat everybody with respect.
Yeah, dude,
as far as training under him was nuts, because anytime you asked him a question, 40 minutes later, you're still hearing words from him because he's still talking about it. He didn't teach you how to do something. He taught you about that thing in fully. So when you asked him how to do something wrestling-wise, he taught you the history of it. He taught you the origins of it. He taught you every aspect of every part of it that you could possibly know.
Invaluable,
so well-rounded is an understatement.
Yeah. Dude, that's dude, I doing research on you for the show, and I saw that and I was blown away. I was like, man, what the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, and that's old school. I mean, how long's it been since he passed? It's been a little while now.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years.
But yeah, you're right, dude. Like, I think honestly, if you were to probably sit Flair down, he might tell you that fucking Bockwinkel was better than him. You know,
depends if something's recording or not. Like if he's being honest with himself and you, he might. But
yeah,
Nick really was one of the greatest ever. He was very influential. He was not only good as a heel, he was good as a baby face. He was better as a heel. One of the most articulate wrestlers of all time. Like, one of the reasons he came off as a heel to so many fans is because they didn't understand a lot of the words he was saying. And that's just it. He wasn't being mean or nasty. He was just being correct and using verbiage they didn't understand, so they booed him when he was really just telling the fucking truth.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We interrupt this wonderful episode for a short word from our shoot sponsors. Check out Slowpoke Toys to see an ever-expanding collection of toys and collectibles. Treat yourself and get something for you. Need to get a gift for a special somebody, a buddy, a friend, a loved one, a coworker? It doesn't matter. Visit slowpoketoys.com, the manufacturer of toys and collectibles you never knew you needed.
So how long did that last, and what was like the shit like with them, as far as, I mean, your standard, you go in and you hear about the horror stories of like Vern Gagne's training camp and all that shit. Was there anything, because I'm pretty sure Nick had to go through that, right, with Gagne?
Nick went through some shit, because that's the thing, is Nick's dad was actually a professional wrestler, but Nick's dad was a professional wrestler in the actual carnivals and shit like that.
Right.
Nick is literally like as old school as you can get, because he started before most people were even in a ring. The training was grueling. Him and Scott had a program put together. Nick would do more of the technical side of it. Scott would do more of the bigger side of it and some more of the character work. Nick would do the heavy character work and promo stuff. All I know is the first 2 weeks of training, we did 500 squats every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Their philosophy is, if a car doesn't have tires, it doesn't go anywhere. So, tires.
Yeah, dude. I love it. I love that fucking old school mentality, dude. Is just like tough as nails, man. And that, to me, that's the shit that fucking sticks with you, you know?
Yeah, they had a lot of old school stuff. Like when we went over like moves or phases and stuff like that, they would say at one time, if you couldn't get it down, they would wait until you did. So you would do it 100 times before you got it. They're not going to keep going over it. If you're not going to listen the first fucking time, you're not going to listen the fifth fucking time. And if you didn't listen soon enough or figure it out soon enough, you just did squats for the rest of the training and listen to everybody talk. Very hardcore, very old school. Like, shut the fuck up and listen. If you can't listen or we think you're not listening, you could just do squats outside. Like, one of my favorite things, because I've trained guys since then. One of my favorite punishments that they did is do squats until I'm tired of looking at you, and then they wouldn't look at you anymore. They would literally stand right in front of you with you behind them, So you would do squats until it was done. That's one of the things I've used that more than once.
So are you training any up and coming wrestlers now? Or are you just like, as far as, your shoot, is it just the personal training? Like as far as like, fitness, weightlifting and all that?
I mean, that's as close to a shoot as I'm going to fucking get. I train when I can, when I have free time. I have various schedules. So there's no clocking in or clocking out. I just have clients that train when I have our schedules to meet up to train. Do a lot of out of town clients and shit like that. I don't train any wrestling right now. When I do go to shows and people ask me questions, I do help out as much as I can. There are certain wrestlers that I will watch their shit and I'll give them feedback because I like them. I think they have something to offer, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. So when you're in the gym, man, what's it like for you? Because we mentioned earlier, dude, you have bulked up, you put on you're fucking beast, dude.
That's for sure.
And we all know that it's earned, man. It's not fucking given. It's a lot of fucking grinding that fucking metal and shit. What's your regimen like? Like, is it a lot of power lifting? Is there a lot of I know you got to throw some cardio and shit in there, but what is Funnybone doing?
I do full body every day. I do 3 sets of chest, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, traps, lower back and legs, quads and hamstrings. I do 3 sets for each body part, little to no rest in between. I have 3 different versions of it. One's the light day, or I'll do 20 reps for each set. One's a regular day, and I'll do 10 to 12. And then one's a heavy day, and I'll do 6 to 8. And I just vary that depending on how I fucking feel that day. But a lot of heavy weights, no rest. My resting is walking between each machine. That's it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Bang it and bang it. Well,
Absolutely.
dude. So obviously, in order to do that too, you can't eat like a fucking idiot. How's your diet? What's that like?
I eat 24 ounces of steak a day and 6 cups of rice.
Oh man. I wish I get
a supplement for greens and reds. I take 2 of them a day. That's all my vegetables and bullshit. Because I'm not gonna fucking eat vegetables.
You don't like vegetables? Come on.
I don't have the ability to taste. So it's just I knocked that out of my face a few years ago.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. I'm doing great. So that's why I could eat the same exact fucking meal every single time and it not bother me because it all tastes the fucking same anyways.
Right.
I go on texture and the texture of vegetables is fucking terrible.
Yeah, like mush. Dude, I had COVID like a year and a half ago when it was still real potent and I lost my shit for like 2.5, 3 weeks. And it was rough to eat, man, because if you can't smell it and taste it, it was like, I don't fucking want it.
Yeah, it's me all day, every day, bud.
Damn. How's the pain threshold for you as far as, you mentioned injuries that you have and when you're pumping up all that fucking weight, dude?
As far as the weight training aspect, I actually do take care of myself. Like in the ring, if I'm injured, I'll keep going. If I'm training, I'll take time off. Because all that's just going to do is make the wrestling part harder. Yeah, like right now, I can't make a fist with either hand. Like this one's fingers fucked up, this one's wrist fucked up. That's the only reason I didn't train today. My knees hurt from landing on my feet from the moonsault because I'm old and I'm heavy. I don't know why I landed on my fucking feet. Besides, I look cool. But if I'm too sore to go train, I just sit at home. Training's not just working out in the gym. Training is, like I said, heavy diet. Training is the mental aspect of it. Getting up and fucking killing yourself for an hour and a half, 2 hours every day. If you're mentally not there, you're not fucking there.
Yeah, you got to have the discipline. It's just insane, the discipline on that. The eating and the diet regimen and the working out, all that. I appreciate that discipline.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Fuck yeah. Didn't you get to look all fucking ripped up like shredded wheat? Fucking Funnybone. Yeah,
right? You're going to rip somebody in half.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it, man.
For sure.
Me personally, I don't like what I look like in the mirror because body dysmorphia bullshit. But Other people like it, so fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you look good. You fucking, and like you said, you definitely have added size, man. You're fucking jacked. I don't want to say juice to the go. It's inappropriate to say that. It might imply something. All right.
I'm inappropriate as shit. I don't give a fuck.
Love it. Growing up or anything, was there are there any like bodybuilders that like you kind of look up to? Is there anybody that you kind of take away like physique wise, like maybe an Arnold or anybody like that?
Not really, man. Like those guys all trained hard and they all fucking worked hard. I know how they got where they got there. Speaking of juice,
Yeah.
PSA: if they look like they're on steroids, it's because they are.
Shit.
I mean, really, here's a breakdown of steroids. It's not a magical cure. You still have to work just as hard. It just gives you the ability to see better results from your hard work. Your body can only absorb so much protein, can only absorb so much carbs, and it can only absorb so much punishing from lifting. Steroids takes away those limitations. That's it. You still have to work harder than everybody else in the room. As Hammerstone likes to say, because everybody comments on his bullshit. If I was on steroids, I'd look like that too. He's like, cool, do it.
Yeah, he's another good brother from the show, dude. He's like, I remember when he came on, this is like a few years ago now. And he's like, it's true. Hammer's on the juice. I was like, damn, dude, way to give these fucking marks. He
literally wore a shirt last night for the show. It says, don't do drugs except steroids. He doesn't give a fuck. There's no reason to give a fuck, man. Like, realistically speaking, like I said, it's not a fucking miracle cure. You could be on all the steroids in the world, but if you're eating like shit and sitting on your couch, you're still gonna look like shit.
Perfect example, Mark McGuire.
Right.
Oh, did he take steroids and look like shit?
Well, he was dumpy, or what? They said Roger Clemens back in the day too. When he
he was on some HGH, some early HGH stuff and everything like that.
Yeah,
I mean, shit like the '80s doesn't count because that was just kind of make believe. Like they just put stuff in there and just hope for the best.
Yeah,
pretty much. All the '80s wrestlers look like they did because they're just I don't know, steroids probably. Fuck it.
Yeah, like Kamala's on steroids.
Oh yeah,
like there's a lot of coke and steroids in the '80s for wrestling.
Yeah, dude. Do you see a lot of that shit in the locker room nowadays?
No. But granted, people stay away from me with all that kind of shit anyways, because they, generally speaking, most people in the locker room know I'm straight edge.
Right.
If you're going to do that, cool. Just don't do it in front of my face. It's kind of rude. Not to mention doing that in the locker room anyways is kind of unprofessional. Mm-hmm. I'm very big on being professional. For example, I'm getting ready for the show. Two guys are arguing. I figured it was something about the show, so I let them argue. As soon as they started bringing up some chick, I was like, no, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out. Like, if this is a personal argument, we're in a professional setting. We don't have personal arguments in professional settings. Get the fuck out of the goddamn locker room. Like, if it's not for wrestling, it doesn't belong in my locker room.
Right. Same. Going back
Love
to that
that
CM Punk thing. CM Punk, get the fuck out.
that to me is nuts. Like, from what I've seen and heard, he's been very professional about his likes and dislikes for a lot of things. To see him go publicly about personal issues in a forum that's not meant for that. Like, it's different if he was doing one of these and they asked him about it. Nobody fucking asked him. Yeah. So I don't know what was up his ass that night, but he decided to say that shit. And it's unprofessional. Like, I don't know personally, and I don't give a shit, but that was super unprofessional. It made wrestling look bad.
It made it pissed me off.
Like that made him look bad.
Yeah, it made the whole company look really bad, and that's what pissed me off because dude, I mean, we're all wrestling fans here, right? But I fucking hate that. There's that comparison, like, what's the worst type of fandom? Is it Star Wars guys or whatever? But man, professional wrestling fans are some of the fucking weirdest, creepiest, and not in a good way, just motherfuckers that are quick to throw you under the bus or fucking cancel you for whatever fucking reason, like some of it warranted, but a lot of it's just like speculation and this and that. And you say one fucking wrong thing, there's no forgiveness, it's like, holy shit. If we were to look at the skeletons in these motherfuckers' closets, like Might be a little different story.
One of the reasons my skeletons are always out in the open is because fuck you. If you don't like me, fuck you. If you don't like what I do, fuck you. If you don't like my flag, fuck you. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm very open about who I am. I'm open about what I do. I'm open about what I like. I don't give a flying fuck. Good luck canceling me because I already told you the shit that I did.
Right, dude. And that's why I got mad respect for you, honestly. And like the whole look and aesthetic of Funnybone, to me, when I first noticed it, I was like, it's fucking cool. And then to kind of like do a little deeper dive and watch some of your shit and, look at your fucking Twitter feed and threads. And I was like, dude, I got mad respect for this dude because he is who he is. And there's no fucks given, like.
I lost all those a few years ago. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm old. I'm ugly. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you're a handsome fucking man. Shut the fuck up, Funnybone.
If you don't like me, I don't give a flying fuck. There's a million fucking fans out there that will.
Yeah. What's that old thing Dre used to say? Y'all don't like me? Blow me?
I wouldn't let him touch my dick. But no, I mean, here's the reality of it. Like you said, there are toxic fans. I'm quick to hit the block button, dude. I don't give a shit. Like, if you don't agree with certain things, I have no problem blocking you. You're a random fucking stranger on the internet. I don't give a shit. Talk shit about me. Cool story. I'll never defend anything that's said about me. There's been some wild ass stories. Oh yeah, there's a story that I sold one of my ex-wife's cars to go do gay porn in California. I saw it, I shared it, and I laughed my fucking ass off. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna defend that shit. The funny part is that she hopped on there and defended it. She's like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
Yeah,
I knew he was taking the car. Literally her comment. Granted, the whole thing didn't exist, but that was literally her comment because she's an asshole and thought it was funny. She knows I'm not going to defend it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But dude, you got to be in this day and age. And I've been like that since I was a fucking kid. That's a lot of reason a lot of people wanted to kick my ass when I was a kid because I just spoke my mind, and I just didn't give a fuck. You suck, fuck you, like get out of my fucking life, get out of my motherfucking way. Dude, I want to bring some up here. Your Twitter bio, which is fucking awesome, dude. So it reads, and I quote, "You're Demi-God of Death. Book me and I'll steal your motherfucking show." True. Pansexual sex worker, fetish model, porn star. Basically, I'll fuck you or fuck you up.
Seems accurate.
I love the end line, dude. So have you done porn or anything like that?
Dude, I've been on the cover of Hustler magazine.
What?
Granted, they Mike Wazowski the fuck out of me because it's just my fucking arm. But no, I did a shoot with the producer out here. She was Harley Quinn. I was the Joker. BDSM shoot. Fucking took forever. I've done porn, like live action stuff with her. She's a producer out here. She does the Lish Media, I think. I'm really bad with names. She is the hardest working motherfucker I've ever met in my life. Her house really is just a huge studio for all her different bullshit. She does this shit 24/7, 365. But I've done a lot of porn with her. I've done porn elsewhere. I've done all kinds of shit. I have my OnlyFans. It's not at all PG. It's fucking. I don't do the like, oh, I'm going to be in a bikini. No, I'm going to have my dick out and someone's going to be sucking it. That's just how it is.
Yes. I appreciate that, dude, man. Be fucking open, be free, and
be who you are, man.
Yeah.
Don't censor yourself for any of the media or any social media or anything like that.
Not for Ryan Satin.
I love that.
Not for fucking, who's the other guy? The other fucking
Sean Sapp or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That you thinking of?
I want to smack him.
I don't. I mean, I don't care. I'm not looking to get signed by any big company. I value my time and being in control of it. I value my character and being in control of it. If they want to give me a lot of money and the free range of my shit, by all means. But right now, like I take the bookings that I want. I don't take the bookings that I don't want. I've been hit up fucking 20 times this year about doing a show on Halloween. I have 7 kids. I'm going to be hanging out with them. Fuck off.
Dude, I fucking love that, man.
I don't want to not be in control of my day-to-day life. I want to be in control. As far as my character goes, I'm 100% in control all the fucking time. So I know a lot of wrestlers are tentative about sharing personal life and stuff like that for the hopes of getting signed, and they don't want to offend the company that they might be working for. It's different from the 80s and shit like that, where you could be kind of more open. Granted, we didn't have the internet, but you could be more open because there wasn't like stockholders and bullshit like that. Mm-hmm. Now with these big companies, you have to be careful with what you say because there are stockholders and they are way fucking above you. So saying the wrong thing can get you fired at any time.
Or doing it. Just ask like Vince McMahon.
Nyla Rose, if you don't follow her on Twitter, fucking follow her.
I do.
Fucking
she's
insane.
Awesome. She's the fucking surprise, bitch.
She's fucking nuts. I love her. Her wife is fucking crazy. I love her. I follow both of them. They're like my favorite things on Twitter. Granted, Nyla Rose kayfabes me when I message her, so I have to message her wife to let her know, and then she messages me back. Fuck her.
We interrupt this wonderful episode for a short word from our shoot sponsors. Check out Slowpoke Toys to see an ever-expanding collection of toys and collectibles. Treat yourself and get something for you. Need to get a gift for a special somebody, a buddy, a friend, a loved one, a coworker? It doesn't matter. Visit slowpoketoys.com, the manufacturer of toys and collectibles you never knew you needed.
Dude, brother, so I'm curious because I've never done anything other than, my homemade shit or whatever with whoever I was with at the time. When you're doing these porn things, what the fuck is it like? Is it true, like they say in Orgasmo? Is there really a stunt cock? And do they really eat Pop-Tarts?
Those I don't fucking know. I don't use that shit.
I'm not saying you do. I wasn't implying, brother.
All the way down. No, it's fucking. It's not as fun as it seems. It's a lot of work. I've literally done shoots like the shoot that I was just talking about was on the cover. It was a 9-hour shoot. Fuck. 9 fucking hours. I don't care what it is. 9 hours of anything isn't fucking fun anymore.
Blue Chew can't help you for 9 hours, I don't think.
No, and that was the thing is my back hurt, my knees hurt. I was standing most of the time. It's a lot of fucking work. There's a lot of stuff. I had the face paint on the whole time. This shit gets uncomfortable after about 20 minutes, let alone fucking 9 hours.
Oof. I do love when you tear it off, like in the matches. That's fucking really cool, dude. Because it looks like you're pulling the mask off, and it's just the fucking face paint. Is it latex?
Yeah, it's latex. I mean, there's multiple points to that, but the biggest one is this is what you think a monster looks like. This is what a monster looks like.
So badass. I love that shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. What kind of film do you fuck with? Like, do you fuck with horror shit? I mean, I saw you wearing that long sleeve fucking Hellraiser.
I fucking love Hellraiser. That's always been one of my favorites. I still watched the new one because I thought it was going to be in theaters, and I want to watch it in theaters. And I was literally going to buy it from the theater so I could just watch it by myself. And then it's not in theaters. I actually been talking to people trying to see if I could buy off the theater and they could still play it for me off their Hulu account. So I want to watch it in fucking theaters and I don't give a shit. I'm going to make it fucking happen. No, I love all kinds of movies, man. Like, I don't have much time to watch them. 9 times out of 10 when I put on a movie, I'm falling asleep before it started.
Right, but some from like when you were younger, like what, I'm sure it still holds true, your love or passion for a genre or something,
A lot of horror movies. Those are the most relaxing ones to me. I literally go to sleep all the time to any like House of 1,000 Corpses or Three from Hell. Halloween, as your shirt says, big fucking fan of mine. Like, I fucking love Halloween.
Did you like the new one?
I didn't watch the new one. Because I wanted to watch fucking Hellraiser.
I know, dude.
Hellraiser is my favorite. I love that the adaptation that they're doing is closer to the book and closer to the original source. I wanted to watch the fucking movie, and I'm pissed it's not in fucking theaters. I don't understand it, especially knowing now that everybody likes the new Hellraiser and people really don't like the new fucking Halloween. One should have been for free, and one should have been in fucking theaters. And that's the thing. I don't go to the movies a lot. I haven't been to the movies in a minute.
I couldn't even tell you last time. I tried to see the Dio documentary and they fucking pulled it on the day that I scheduled right after my birthday. And I was supposed to go with my drummer. I was like, dude, we spaced the date, man. I was so fucking
I've been to the drive-in recently-ish, like in the last year, but I prefer that over the regular movie theaters because then people don't touch me or talk to me. I'm not most patient with people.
I feel you, dude.
To that.
I feel you. I fuck with customers that might work all day because it's just like, man, you gotta be some of the dumbest motherfuckers I ever met in my life. Like, and now it's just in the, I got to keep my job, so I still keep it somewhat professional. I just play with them a bit. And oh God, dude.
Yeah, I haven't had a 9 to 5 in a long time, and that's probably why I don't, because I can't deal with fucking people. I don't have patience for it. I don't have time for it. I definitely don't like people touching me. And that's most of the time, like, people like run into me and don't say excuse me. It's like, dude, you saw me. I'm kind of big. It's fucking weird. Like, it's not like I just magically popped up. I'm not a fucking ninja.
Or Smurf.
Yeah, like, it's I don't like that. I'm big on manners. If you run into me, say excuse me, say apologize. I don't have a fucking problem. So many people run into me and they just look at me. I'm like, I'll fucking smash your face, and I'll probably say that. So I'm usually kept away from people for safety reasons.
That's all right, man. I completely understand, brother. That's why I don't own weapons, except for this one right here. That's the only time these motherfuckers. I'll put that away. I'm starting to get a little riled up here.
There you
are. Dude, going into wrestling, like where does that start for you? How the fuck, like, does this get going with Funnybone? Like, from a little kid to now you're in the fucking thrall of it all?
I actually just got asked this on Instagram earlier. I have only wanted to be a professional wrestler. I never wanted to be anything else. I never had a mindset of anything else. I never had goals of anything else. Literally, as soon as I finished high school, I started looking into wrestling schools. I actually had a college scholarship, and I didn't even go to it.
And you're Vegas born and bred, or?
I was actually born in Mount Clair, California, but I've been here since I was 2 months old.
Okay.
So, fun fact is, the only reason I know I've been here since 2 months old is actually Papa Shango, Godfather, whatever the fuck his name is. My parents used to work with him back in the day, and they're not trustworthy as far as information because they did a lot of bad things in their life. And he looked up the information and found out when I moved here and when they started and stuff. So I've been here since I was 2 months old. I'm not moving. I get a fresh donut at 4 a.m. You can't really beat that. Can't. I fucking love Vegas that I'm able to do whatever I want whenever I want. So I'm kind of sold on that. But no, I've always wanted to be a pro wrestler. So as soon as I found a school, I found one. I signed up that day, no hesitation. Then find out Nick Bockwinkel and Scott Casey are the trainers. So it's even better. And I've just been grinding since then. I'm actually the last student of both of those guys still wrestling. Scott Casey, for those who don't know, is an amazing fucking talent. Smooth as shit in the ring unless you ask him to do a drop kick. He's actually the guy that trained Booker T.
Yeah.
He's really fucking good. Scott Casey used to have a voicemail saved from Vince McMahon that stated if he wasn't so fucking ugly, he would push him to the moon. But Scott Casey was ugly. Can't have an ugly baby face.
So Bockwinkel, he had that. You did all that shit in the training in Vegas?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a school out here ran by a complete fucking douchebag. And probably one of the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. Very high and mighty, even though he's never done anything in his life. Like, I wouldn't even call him a 40-mile vet because I don't think he's ever wrestled outside of Vegas because he's too good to travel. Granted, I've made more in his career in a month, so I mean, whatever.
Yeah. Well, you travel. I hate those guys that like, I'm going to be the next big thing, and I'm not going to leave the little shithole city you're in. You're not going to do shit, bro.
No, you're not going to do anything. It's just not going to work that way. You got to make a name for yourself. You got to travel. I used to travel like 50,000 miles a year just wrestling. I would be on the road all day. I've driven from Vegas to fucking Vancouver, Canada for shows and shit.
Damn.
I've driven from Indiana to Vegas, and it was a nightmare of a fucking drive.
Let's see. We've driven, me and Superbeast drove from here to Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. Oh, dude. Oh, the Bible Belt.
That Oklahoma drive, man.
Superbeast and me are very good on the Bible Belt. Literally, I think his t-shirt read, "Fuck you." And mine probably was, I have a t-shirt that says, "My name is Funnybone and I have a big PB." I was probably wearing that one just to piss people off.
Dude, remember we were on tour, my old band Decrypt, And my bass player, dude, this cat was like 19, but he looked like he was 35, just fucking big ass dude, like over probably close to 300 pounds at the time, 6'3", 6'4". And dude, he had this shirt. It said, "I'd rather be raping babies." and he's wearing that shit down there. It's God. For shock value, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Death metal fucking kids. So everybody out there watching and listening right now, I have a fucking family. I have value. If you come after us, I'll fuck your life up. You know, it's just for shits and giggles. But yeah, dude, going down there, they weren't too fond of that shit.
No, it is weird too, because me and Superbeast, even though we're very much not that genre of people, we're very popular in like Guthrie, Oklahoma, for example. We're fucking rock stars out there. I do like $700-800 in merch for one night.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, like I'm not their cup of tea, but they fucking cheer for me like I am.
Well, dude, I mean, you got the fucking look, dude. He's got the look. No, 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 no. Come on, Bodhi. No. All right, whatever. Fuck you guys. Fucking assholes.
That's my jam, dude.
Terrible.
What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Hey, man, getting into this wrestling business in this crazy fucking world, was there anybody that you were like, I want to be this guy when I am in the fucking sport of kings, you know?
No, I just, for me, I took a little bit from everybody that I liked and I enjoyed. A little bit of style, a little bit of character work, a little bit of here and there, like Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, obviously a little bit of Papa Shango.
Dude, I've seen you didn't you just do something? Well, not just, but you've done some shit with him, right?
Yeah, like I said, I've known him since I was 2 months old.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Like when he was out on the road and shit like that, doing all his things, that's the only time I didn't like see him on a regular basis. I still see him ever so often, either at the gym or like if we go to a strip club or something like that, I'll make sure to hit him up first.
Right. What's up, Charles?
I saw him at WrestleMania weekend and he was yelling at me because he saw my face without paint on it. And he was telling me to fix that because I looked ugly. It's a good way to say hi.
He was one of the fucking coolest characters, like as a little kid growing up in that, you know, we all experienced that shit in the fucking WWF back then. Like the over the top, the character work was amazing. They really sucked you in with that. And I got to meet him a couple of years ago. He was actually as Papa Shango, which was cool because I like the Godfather too, but I was way more of a Papa Shango guy, you know? And I was in South Bend, Indiana for Black Label Pro. And he's getting ready to leave and shit. And I'm like, yo, Charles. And he looked up like, who's this motherfucker calling my real name, you know? I was like, hey, man, you want to hit this? I got some really good, like, medical shit in the pen or whatever. He's like, man, I don't usually fuck with it because this and that reason. I was like, dude, it's all legit, man. Here you go. Let me see that real quick. And I was like, dude, one of the craziest moments of my life. Got to hang out with Papa Shango and, you know, share the smoke with him.
Yeah, he usually only smokes his own weed, and a lot of it, like he pretty much smokes weed, hits the gym, shoots guns, goes home.
Hell yeah. Dude, you're a Vegas cat. You and FSW, which I mean, dude, that's primarily the promotion you're performing for. Not to say it's your only, because you're also the champion of POW Pro Wrestling. Yeah, in Oregon. I actually wrestle in
Vegas very rarely. I think this is my third show for FSW for the whole year. I'm usually busy. I wrestle for POW. I'm the champion. I actually have the belt here. It's cleaning out my bag earlier. I'm the champ there. I wrestle for Prestige. I'm going to be wrestling for DOA, Relentless Pro Wrestling in Spokane, Washington. I'm going to go murder fucking Drexel one more time. I wrestled for a bunch of promotions in like Pacific Northwest. I wrestled for MAW in Wisconsin, Riot Pro in Florida. I'm the Merciful champion for AWA in Baltimore, Maryland. That's Assault Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah.
I wrestle in Mexico whenever I get a chance to wrestle in Mexico.
How is the Mexican fan base towards you? Because I mean, you fit the whole lucha aesthetic.
It's usually pretty good. Like last time I was out there, I think it was the last fucking match. The 4-way match for the Crash Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
Mecha Wolf and Best ended up winning it, I do believe. But that was fun. Black Taurus was in the match. Scorpion.
He's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking one of the best, most underrated wrestlers. Like, he's fucking phenomenal. I seen him do a match for WrestleMania weekend that is just nuts, man. Like, he picked up, he was wrestling Lindsay Dorado, and he picked him up on a gorilla press while standing on the top rope as they kept hitting him in the fucking face, and he put him back down on the top rope. Oh, how the fuck anybody could do something like that is beyond me. Like, I'm watching it, I'm like, that doesn't make sense at all in life, how you're able to do that performing wise.
He's a fucking manimal, man.
Yeah, he's fucking nuts. It was funny because the last match that I had him with, he actually busted up his own tag team partner with the dive out. Busted his eye open.
No shit.
Blames me immediately. Fine with me. Really took the dude's blood and smeared it all over my face. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, like, Mexico's fun. They love the face rip bullshit. Granted, the first time I did that caused like a little mini riot because they didn't know it wasn't a mask. Literally, the promoter got on the phone and was explaining to the crowd that it wasn't a mask because they thought I ripped my mask off.
And that's a huge thing for people watching and listening. That in Lucha Libre culture, I mean, dude, that's super fucking. That's like religious, you know?
Yeah. With I mean, to my knowledge, there's only one person to ever take off their mask willingly without losing it in a match. You may have heard of him, Eddie Guerrero. He was actually the only one that I know of, anyways, that has taken off his mask voluntarily. It's a huge fucking deal.
Oh yeah, dude! You look at El Santo and all these guys, Blue Demon. I mean, you see them in street clothes and suits, but they got the fucking mask on, dude. And it's to me, it's so cool. It reminds me of like if I was to see fucking like the Hulk, the character from Marvel, walking down the street and he was just in society or whatever, and he was, you know, just dressed up, but he still got a green fucking face and all that shit. It's like, man, dude, Lucha Libre kayfabe is so fucking strong and alive still, and I love it.
It's just the mask and the heritage of it. You know, like you speak of El Santo, like he would star in movies, as masked El Santo, like it was El Santo playing whatever, but he would have the mask on the whole fucking time.
Right.
You know, it was a part of him. That's his, you know, trademark mustache, like fucking what's the fucking Magnum TA guy or whatever, Magnum TA.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, Tom fucking Selleck. Like seeing Tom Selleck without the mustache, people lost their fucking minds. Saw El Santos without his fucking mask, you lose your fucking mind. That's the same.
I think he unmask like on a talk show or some shit when he was like super, super old.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't pay attention when they unmask. I don't ever like it. You know, for very few of them, it's been a resurgence of their career, but for most of the time, it does signal an end. I'm never a fan of wrestlers retiring. It's always sad and it's hard. We know plenty of wrestlers who have had trouble retiring and staying retired.
Nature Boy.
Yeah, exactly. He's already talking about doing one more match.
Yeah. You know, something against Sasha Banks I just seen. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Nobody wants to see that shit.
No.
Like, nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wanted to see the last one, really. But, you know, I know it's difficult for wrestlers for retiring because as a wrestler, the idea of retiring sounds fucking terrible to me. I couldn't imagine my life not doing this. So when I see a wrestler lose their mask, for example, I know they're most likely done. And I know that the life that they were living for most of their life is done. And that's, it's, if they're okay with it, cool. But it's, you know, it's one of those bittersweet moments of like, I know what it's like to do this for a living, and I know what it's like to lose this. At least I can think of it.
Yeah,
that would suck.
Totally, man. Brother, as we wind down here, I want to ask you real quick, is there anything that you feel that you haven't done in the business that there is still left to do? And if so, I mean, you know, you just mentioned, you know, you hate seeing the retirement thing. It's hard, especially I think, you know, it's hard for any athlete to give it up, right? But I think it's more prevalent in professional wrestling than anywhere. because when you get that adrenaline of the crowd and all this shit, I think like wrestling fans, like as fickle and toxic as they can be, they can also be the most like awesome, uplifting feeling, in the world. What's that like for you?
As far as the feeling, I'll just touch on that real quick. Like that, my music hits, I'm fucking immortal. Like you said, like they're very uplifting. There's a wrestler that at the show last night, he watched my very first match 21 years ago.
Shit.
He's still watching me wrestle and do my thing anytime he gets the chance. Wrestling fans are different like that. You know what I mean? Like they'll support you to the end of the fucking days.
That's why they want to know what's going on behind the scenes all the fucking time,
Yeah, very, very loving and caring people. Very, because I do seminars and stuff like that. And one of the things that I like to point out is the fans are literally more concerned about your health and well-being than your crazy fucking spot. So if you can do something insane, please let them know physically that you're not dead. Because as soon as they think that you might be seriously hurt or might be seriously injured, they don't care about the fucking show anymore. They worry about you as a person. Mm-hmm. And you can see it on any show when you see like Hangman recently just got injured.
Yeah.
The second he didn't get up, people literally stopped cheering. They stopped booing. They just got silent and quiet because they were wanting to know if he's okay. Because everybody's in on it. Everybody knows what it's all about and everything like that.
Thank you for not dropping any F-bombs.
Yeah, people are more concerned about the people behind the character than they are the thing itself. As far as me retiring, I do want to be seen by more motherfuckers. I want to be more remembered. I've only hit 21 states out of the 50. Let's finish those off. I don't really want to go much overseas, but if I did, like Japan or Europe, cool. I don't like not being home. I have a very nice bed.
Feel you.
One of my last actual goal in professional wrestling is I like I said earlier, I have 7 kids. My youngest is now 6. He just turned 6 a few days ago. I want him to remember me wrestling. I don't want to be a fucking Bill Goldberg that's going to come back and take someone else's spot just so my kid could watch me live. I want my kid to watch me live while I'm still doing this and still active and still actually good at it. Not that Bill ever was, but I want to be still doing my shit. Oh, fuck him. What is he going to do?
Yes.
Fucking Matt Riddle called him out and he was just like, yeah, we'll talk about this. And Matt's like, okay, we're talking.
Yeah.
He's like,
I think Matt would fuck him up.
We're talking. This is the conversation. He knows he's pussy. It's fine. Yeah, he knows he knows he's fake. He knocked himself out one of his last matches before the fucking thing started. He's an idiot. I don't care. Personally, he might be an amazing guy. As far as wrestling performer, he's terrible, very one-dimensional. And I personally think professionally of like the whole leaving and coming back so your kid can watch you again live is kind of shitty because you're taking food off of someone else's table just so your kid can watch you. Yeah, it's super selfish. Like that's. Yeah. I'm going to keep going until the fucking wheels fall off, but like hopefully my kids will remember because I'm not going to like leave for 6 years and then come back so they can watch me one more fucking time.
Right.
If I leave and come back, it's for me. It's not for them. It's something I'm going to earn too. Like,
yeah.
One of the things that made me proud as an Undertaker fan before I knew anything about him personally was he literally busted his ass to re-earn his spot at WrestleMania. He trained his heart out. He busted his ass in the gym as much as he could. He trained to keep his spot that nobody thought he ever lost. I don't want to lose my spot on the show. If I can lose my spot, it was never my spot to begin with. So I'm going to keep, I'm 41 years old, been wrestling 21 years, best shape of my life, kill it every fucking time I go to a show. As you said, like I steal the show, man. That's just what I fucking do. If you don't like it, I don't know, do better. But like, I'm gonna keep busting. I'm gonna keep busting my ass. I mean, I don't know how much more injured I can get and keep going, but I don't know how much more injured I can get. I don't have most of my ligaments in my knees, and my back's fucked, and my ankles are fucked, and can't make a fist. I'm as injured as you can get anyway, so fuck it. As long as it doesn't show when I'm doing my thing, I don't give a fuck. But that's the biggest one. The biggest one is my kids remember and watch me wrestle. My kids are very proud of me. I want to instill in them very big shoes for them to fill for their life. So the bigger of a rock star I am, the bigger shoes they have to fucking fill. They may not be pro wrestlers, but whatever they do in life, I want them to do it better than I did in my life. So,
dude, man, as a father myself, and I'm sure Bodhi as well, dude. Like I fucking love hearing that, dude. That's what it's about, man. Family first, and I totally get those vibes, man. And you said it enough to, hey, from father to father, dude, mad love and respect for that shit, dude, because it's all about the fucking kids, man. And making them, like you said, no matter if you want to fucking flip burgers for the rest of your life or construction or follow suit like your dad, whatever you do, be the fucking best you can be at it,
Absolutely.
Brother,
as long as they're happy and they're killing it, I don't give a fuck what they do.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah. That's what it's all about, man. I wish more people fucking had the same sentiment. Dude, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. I hope you had a fucking good time with us. I know you don't really do too many of these things. So like, it's truly, thank you so fucking much, man, because it's really cool. I think our audience really going to fucking dig this show and this episode.
Definitely.
Right now is the time for you to tell everybody where they can fucking buy some fucking merch and where you're going to be performing at next.
All my shit probably has all my links. That has all my links to all my shit. If you want the family friendly version of me, follow me on Facebook. More personal training, workout motivation me on the Instagram, and then Twitter if you want the bullshit. I have a couple pages with my merchandise on there. Like Store Frontier has over 70 designs, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, fucking everything. If there's something on there that's not exactly how you want it, you can let me know and I'll fucking make it. I make and design most of my merchandise myself.
You do? You an artist as well?
Yeah, dude.
That's amazing.
Fuck.
Kind of fucking obvious.
Well, I thought your kids were doing it. Damn it!
No.
I was misled.
No, I literally, one of my merchandise items that I have is I do paintings. I do custom like Funnybone paintings, and I sell them at the merch table. Everything's one of a kind. I can't paint the same thing fucking twice. So I don't remember what the fuck I painted anyway.
Yeah.
But I have what the fuck I got. YouTube's probably there somewhere. TikTok. I don't know what else I have. I have shit. I don't fucking know. I just exist. I'm old. Just follow me on something if you want. If you don't, fuck you. I don't care. I'm literally not too worried about it either way. Next shows. Next shows. So I'm at Relentless this weekend for the 29th. Me and Drexel, we're gonna bleed a lot. It's the first time doing a deathmatch thing in Spokane, Washington. So they're not fucking ready for that. No one is. Me and Drexel will literally try to kill each other. Our goal is to what can we do next without actually dying, and then we get really close. Then I'm going to be at Agua on October 30th. Me and Superbeast are actually going to be on the same side of the ring as a tag team, Devil Storming. So we're literally going to fucking try to murder somebody. Week after that, I'm doing a DOA in Portland. It's actually me and Drexel. If we survive our match this weekend, it's me and Drexel versus Max the Impaler and Heidi Hauser.
Oh, nice.
DOA. It's my first time wrestling Max and Heidi, and I'm gonna do awful things to them. And then I'm wrestling Kaden Cassidy for Timber Pro, wherever the fuck that's in Washington. I don't like when I fly out to places. I don't really pay attention to where I'm at. But I'm gonna fuck up Kaden Cassidy a lot. I really want to sound like I want to hear what it sounds like when I double stomp him. I think it'll be a fun noise.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
We ain't talking about fucking.
He's too big to get dumped on his head. He's not too big to get dumped on his head. I do need fucking Juicy if you know. Juicy is 500 fucking pounds. I've dumped him on his fucking skull more than once. I'll do it to that big
dude. You got the power, dude. You got the fucking goods.
Exactly. Juicy's a big fucker though. That my back hates me for doing those.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is, brother. Well, hey, man, dude, once again, thank you so much for fucking coming on the show. And everybody right now watching and listening, if you're fucking on any podcasting platform, make sure you rate and review and share with your fucking friends, share with your fucking enemies, anybody you fucking want. YouTube, like, subscribe, share. We don't make any money doing this. We just want to have a fucking good time. Eventually, we'd like to make money. We'd like to be the positive wrestling, horror, metal fucking art media outlet that everybody's dying for. But instead, for the time being, you're stuck with all these fucking shitheads. So spread the fucking word. Hit us up, prowrestlingtees.com/JPDUBtees. Hey, happy Halloween to all you fucking boils and ghouls out there. I hope you guys have a safe Halloween with your families and friends. Maybe, you know, party it up a little bit. I don't care, but put on some killer fucking spooky music. And until next time, the Juice, Funnybone, Bruiser Bodhi, and Shred the motherfucking Savage. You know what's next, you motherfuckers? Wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up. I'm so fucking wet for Funnybone, the Demi-God of fucking Death. If you don't fucking follow him, I'll find you and I'll bring this fucking rusty axe and shove it up your motherfucking ass.
You gonna do sex to me?
Did you like that video? If so, be sure to hit like and subscribe and check out more killer content from your boys at Juice Pro Wrestling. Whoa, yeah!